mute my mic. It's gonna sound weird. We're all tangled up in wires. This looks like a hot mess, and it is a hot mess. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Afap. What does Afap stand for? Fuck, another podcast. The long form title is fuck, another podcast, when I should have just been going to therapy instead. I'm your host. David's our first, maybe final guest. He'll probably be on a couple times. You know him from the Talkie Horror podcast that we did for a couple days. Music's way too loud? Oh. Well, I can fix that.
Sorry about that.
Turn that way down. Make this little background.
Thank you, mods.
Thanks, Animus. Animus is a mod. I don't know why I made him one. Anyway, the format for this podcast is kind of normally it won't be in person like this. Normally it'll be like a Discord kind of call with someone, like a video call, and you won't have this crazy wide angle lens that I had to fucking use. This is so much of the room you can see. This is at 10.
You give it away a lot.
I know. Vietnam. I don't have it anymore. I got rid of the flashback command. I had to. Because I don't have the button anymore on my Stream Deck. I got rid of it. But the format will be we'll do a show, an episode live, eventually once a week, I imagine, if not more, depending. And then those episodes will probably just go directly onto YouTube. That our generation's music. Yeah, it is lo-fi beats. Lo-fi beats is better than everything. What was I... Hold on, let me finish a thought. That's before my fucking ADHD brain just goes off on a fucking tangent. See, therapy, it works. It doesn't. I don't know. It'll go on YouTube. My YouTube channel is just my YouTube channel, the same one that I've had since I created a Google account.
Scene Hater? Or
yeah,
Mikey Bizzle?
It's Mikey Bizzle now, I think. I'll probably go and unlist a bunch of the videos that are on there. Yeah. And then start uploading episodes as they get done. I'm probably not going to edit them unless there's like big chunks of time where it's like we had to stop for 20 minutes because someone shit their pants or there was a technical issue. But we'll keep it pretty straightforward. But back to the lo-fi thing, I got a massage on Sunday, and so he was playing like instrumental calming music, and I was like, there's a whole market of just gaming massage that's like based on video games and just like themed around that, where you just play lo-fi music, like gaming music in the background, and that's your chill beats. And then I don't know, you make the room look like the cave level in Mario or something.
Yeah, I was kind of wondered what was playing during the massage. Is it just silence?
No.
So you hear the sound of this like wet oil skin being slapped?
I will say this: no matter what music they play, it's never loud enough to cover up the awkward breathing.
From you or
from both. From the you and the masseuse, because it's quiet in there, so there's just like the light music, and then you just hear the from you, but also him when he's just shoving his thumb. Is David echoing really hard? It's because we have two mics set up.
We're right by each other.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna mute your mic.
Okay, fine.
And then you just
It's loud enough.
Yeah.
Is it picking us both up?
How does this sound for both of us?
We're waiting on the mod. Waiting on Chris.
Stream delay catch up. No, Chris. Yeah, we can put this down for now. Fuck it. We don't have to worry about it.
Get a little bit closer then.
Yeah. Scoops in.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we got plenty of camera real estate.
Let's get intimate.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, but it's just like, so he's just fucking grinding on your muscles, right? Thumb doing whatever, so he's got some exertion going into it, so you just hear like he doesn't say anything the whole time unless he's like, everything cool, whatever, so all you hear is just I'm just like
Do you have to wear a mask?
you can request it if like you wanted to have a mask on and have him wear a mask, or like there was an option of like both masked, both unmasked, you in a mask, him not in a mask, him in a mask, you not in a mask, a mask but only worn below the nose but covering just the... You could have all... The options were limitless.
Mask
really,
thong.
Yeah, you could do worn the wrong way. He could wear like a full gas mask if he wanted. Really, really depending. Wow. Everybody.
Can't afford them.
Wow. Chris, what is this turd you have next to your name? FFZ supporter? The fuck is FFZ? Fraudage friendly Zordon. Fraudage friendly Zordon?
Fraudage.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all I can assume. It just looks like poop.
I still want to take it back to the beginning. How did you end up in a massage to begin with?
Let's take it all the way back and introduce you, because we haven't done that at all.
Okay, I just want to know about his massage.
No, that's fine. For Franker Face, gotcha. Thank you. For those who don't know, this is David. That's the camera. This is David. We've been friends since high school. I met David because he threw a geography book at my head.
That's assault nowadays.
That is assault. No, technically Oscar's level, not assault. We're talking about it, but we're not. We'll dance around it.
Yeah.
And David and I have done podcasts together and stuff like that. David just graduated from...
Oh, that's embarrassing. It's like
wait,
more than
Dominguez Hills.
Yeah, Cal State Dominguez Hills.
There you go.
Go Toros.
Go Taurus. It's the college I have and still believe does not actually exist. I believe it floats in the clouds in the sky because I have no idea where Dominguez Hills is.
No.
People have told me where it is. No idea still.
No.
And I just don't believe. I know plenty of people who have gone there and done things, and I still have no idea about it.
I never even set foot on campus.
See? It's not real.
No,
it is in the sky. It is a magical place. Wow.
Wait, taste has nothing to do with a college choice. It's purely a financially motivated decision. It's gonna.
But what you graduated just in winter or the intersession?
Yeah, the fall.
Yeah, fall.
Yeah.
Fall. That's what it is. Okay.
So I'm class of 22.
Weird.
Wow. Yeah, about 19 years.
You know,
no.
You could have dragged that out one more year and been the class of 23 and then graduated college 20 years after we graduated high school.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
it would have been fucking perfect.
It's still not 20. So if it's 19, 18, so it's 15 years later than I should have.
Yeah. College is stupid. College doesn't matter when you go.
It doesn't matter when you go, except that it does, because I feel like all these
children,
snowflakes, I was gonna call them.
Wow.
School right now. No, children. All the children.
All the children.
No, it's definitely easier. I feel like I got smarter or like everyone got dumber, than 15 years ago, because just everything that I had comparatively, like picking up where I was when I quit college and I was like, I can't do this. Mm-hmm. It was like researching, like, you go to the library, you go to the stacks, the Dewey Decimal System, you go to the cards, you figure out, or you loan a reference book, you go through it, you start notating your pages to get your citations and your reference pages later, and then you go, and then now you just log in to the library's website, you search the scholarly journal database, and you find the articles that you want to reference, and then you copy paste the citation because it already makes it for you.
Does it for you, yeah.
So you're like, so this research that I used to have to go physically do laboriously for hours, I can just get it done in
20 minutes?
Yeah.
30 minutes?
It's over.
It's more about knowing what you need to look for. I think, but to your point,
Where'd my head go?
I don't know. Where did your head go? That's my beanie next to you.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, but it's right here. Cool.
That's fun.
It's really wrapped around my leg, isn't it? The mic that we're not using anymore. Anyway, no, but what's happened is people haven't gotten smarter. It's just school has finally caught up with what normal technology is.
Yeah.
We've all taught ourselves how to do things on YouTube or just by Googling it and searching enough articles and figuring out how to do it. That finally school and education has caught up with that, it feels like. Where, before they wouldn't allow you to reference, websites unless it was, very specific ones. And now they're just as long as you have enough sources and, what you're pulling from supports your argument, I imagine.
That's one thing I remember from 15 years ago vehemently. They were like,
no internet.
Yeah, scholarly resources only. And then compared to now, the professor's like,
Wikipedia's cool, man.
Just put the minute on the minute and the seconds on the YouTube video that you watch, dude. I don't care. And they have to be entertaining as well. Professors, they have to up their game. I saw some sick decks video,
Damn.
like audio,
Like
visual.
PowerPoint presentations you're talking about?
Yeah, dude. These professors. I'm telling you, they up their game. They got to keep you motivated.
I like it.
They got to keep you interested in learning.
Oh shit, Mark's here.
Nice.
And Davey Mac's here?
On the real?
Wait, is that El Puto Yel Baruto? Is that Davey Mac? What the fuck is going on? Okay, good. This is perfect. This is exactly the audience here for this one. This is exactly what I needed this to be. Okay, so Dave. God damn it.
Oh yes, I mean you're right. No, I guess I didn't. The kids didn't get dumber, but
it's
like,
how we learn. It's what changes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like form follows function. Like everything now is sound bites. Everything is now 15 seconds.
Could you write an entire research paper with clickbait titles only?
Seems like a challenge that I'm up to task
Okay.
for. I think I remember.
Episode 2. Stick around.
I really we didn't even tell them what my useless degree was.
Yeah, I was about to ask next. What did you graduate with?
Bachelor of Science in Applied Studies. What does it mean?
Wait. You have a Bachelor's of Science in Applied Studies? So a BSAS?
Wait, a bullshit what?
A BS, a Bachelor's of Science of Applied...
Oh, BSAS.
A BSAS, Applied Studies.
Yeah, BSAS.
So basically, you have a bachelor's degree that says you know how to take whatever you know and apply it to something.
Yes.
What that is could be anything.
Yeah.
Could be marketing, could be Dippin' Dots management,
Yeah.
could be hosting a podcast.
This is true.
But it doesn't matter what it is, because whatever it is, you can apply things to it.
It really is. Like if you look at the career track or like the graduate school track, like if I were to continue higher learning, it's wide open. I mean, like I can't go become an RN or something. I can't go become an MD. But otherwise, it really is pretty wide open. It's like I could apply to the School of Social Work.
I could
apply to business, MBA, business administration. I could do public health administration, like you said, logistics, supply chain. I could do a journalism major. Like it's really open.
Has it taken over what used to be the like I got a communications major like. That as far as just I don't know what I want to do, but this is the thing that will allow me to keep it open.
The pastiche degree.
Yeah.
This is literally it's their version of the other schools I applied to because whoever was cheap is what I'm
okay.
Is do I do independent studies now? I worked the entire time. It's like I feel like what do I'm a delivery driver still. Like what do I do?
You applied your knowledge of how to give people good service.
Yeah, and how to find apartments. Exactly. How to DoorDash them in a timely manner to get the maximize my tip.
Here's the thing. That's an important skill. Oh shit. Thank you, David Mack.
Yeah, interdisciplinary studies. Like in having an interdisciplinary degree. Like one of the schools at Sonoma State had a degree program that I got accepted to, and it was called Leadership Studies. Which
I feel like those are things that are more beneficial to you in the long run. Unless you're one of those people that's like, I want to go into biology or I want to go into computer. Unless you really fucking know what you want to do with the rest of your life, that's the best degree for it because it allows you to just be like, this is a degree that shows that I can complete a college course and college courses and I am educated and can do things and to whatever effect that may have. But it doesn't say that I went to school to be a librarian and now I would like to work at this office. So they're like, but your library degree doesn't apply for any of this stuff. It's the thing that's just I'm going to say this, but don't take it the wrong way. It's the participation trophy of degrees where it's just you did it. You completed the course and that's all that matters. It's I don't mean that in a negative fucking way, but it's perfect to say for us as millennials.
It is a participation trophy degree. Yeah.
But that's part of the reason I never wanted to go to college in the first place was just if there's something I want to do, don't make me take all these other classes. It's the flip of that. It's I don't necessarily know what I want to do, but I want to get this well-rounded education from and cover all these bases. That's how I.
Oh yeah, well that's what I ended up
take
getting.
it.
Yeah, eventually, yeah, like because I took so many like varied courses. Like, a part of it was choosing just what I wanted to study. So like Chicano studies was like thrown in there.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
women's studies.
Yeah, women's studies.
Yeah,
like I just took courses. I was like, this seems interesting.
It's to the grief of the people that just like learning, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of people in the world that just need to, or there's plenty of people. It's just good to just constantly learn and know things, and there's plenty of people in the world who don't do that after high school or before high school.
What Chris just said, that's the
Yes.
biggest one. That's all, like the participation trophy, but in the best way, because it just means that this just means I can do something through to completion.
Exactly.
This literally just means that I know how to sit, and also everything I wrote, everything I did the entire time was with the gun to the back of my head, with it being due at midnight.
Yes.
And then me realizing like, that's in about 10 hours.
That's perfect.
And it's like, wait, I gotta write how many? I gotta write 8 pages?
That's nothing.
I was like, okay, hold on. Let me think about this. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can do this. Do this.
So I'm gonna go back a little bit. High school for us, our class was the first class that didn't have to do the research presentation for our senior year. Do you remember that at all?
No, they made it.
Yeah,
they dumbed us down.
Remember, every senior you had to do your research paper and then the presentation for it, like as part of your graduation. And then for our class was the first class that they did it where they said no presentation, just the paper.
Well, did they just like get rid of admissions requirements now?
And for colleges, yes.
That's what I mean. Like
for the UC, whatever the California public college system.
Okay.
Yeah, CSU
system.
CSU, yes,
Yeah.
California State University, yeah. So yeah, they have no, not all of them. They got rid of the SAT and the ACT scores. The senior project, yeah.
No, I just saw the
new Jim Crow.
The new Jim Crow.
Fucking
Jesus.
God damn it. But hold on, let me finish that thought. It's so the funny thing is, so for that I of course fucking procrastinated it until like the final like month of it or whatever, and I did mine on screenwriting. And as a good screenwriter, what did I do? I went to the internet and I copy and pasted entire sections of things, changed around just enough of the words where it wouldn't necessarily get picked up, or like rewrote entire paragraphs in my own voice, and then turned that in. Passed just fine.
I will. Okay, that I'll tell you.
Because that's working smarter, not harder. I'm unplugging this because we're not using it.
Got it. Fascinated by how that cannot happen anymore because everything is saved to some cloud.
Yes.
And they just run that analysis on it. The similarity report or the individuality report, and it'll tell you like you stole this from a paper.
They used to threaten us with that all the time. Be like, well, just like in English class, they would threaten us with just like, oh, we'll run it through Google and see what pops up. They are 1,000 times more sophisticated now, and especially on the collegiate level. I'd imagine that they are just like, you use the same you have a the in word placed 100 as the same article, you're gonna get a point docked for that. Like it feels like they get pretty intense with how far they can scrub into something. No, if you use AI to rephrase the paper you stole it from. Yeah, see, exactly. And the AI was my own brain. I'm the artificial intelligent. Not intelligent. Intelligent.
I'm singular. Yeah, singular.
I'm not real smart. Bit of audio lag from anybody else. There might be, just because of whatever's happening. We'll get it fixed, Animist. All right? This is episode 1.
He just refreshed. It's
good.
fine.
Okay.
Wait, that was a rambling intro, but I wanted to get back to your rub and tug. I mean, or like to your...
There was no rub and tug. As I explained when you came in, there's a long form of things you have to check of like, I don't have any medical conditions, allergies I'm aware of, all this stuff. But one of the boxes, and I imagine it's probably because of, who's the shitbag molester who went to jail and got murdered in jail? Epstein.
Oh, Epstein.
And then also maybe a little John Travolta thrown in there as well.
No, what about the new guy? Who's the NFL player who just got like 26 charges brought up against
Deshaun Watson. Yes.
Yeah, for
massage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a box now on that form that says, I understand that this is not a sexual act or anything like that, which is just, I'll explain it, Mark, in a second. I'll come back to it. which is just a weird thing to be like, as an adult going to get a massage, I have to acknowledge that this is not a sexual act, which also makes it seem more like it's supposed to be a sexual act. Like don't tell anybody, but I'm going to jerk you off for an extra 10. That's not that kind of place at all whatsoever. Don't worry. I went to a totally legit place right by me. It's great. And I now love massages, and I will go again. And I'm just going to become... If I ever get fat again, I'll just become really the fat Italian stereotype of just like kind of always greasy because I've always been like massaged at some point, and I just like the chain will just sprout from my body because I can't ever get another one.
I think what tipped it off that like it was a legitimate establishment that you went to was Steph buying you.
Steph bought it for me, yes. So the overall, back to the main question was, how did I get a massages? Never had one before, other than one time I got like a back rub at like one of the chairs while at a convention.
Oh, that's not real.
No. So Steph got me one for my birthday. 1 hour, just laid there while the guy rubbed me up with beautiful lotions, and it felt so fucking good.
Are you allowed to guide him with like encouragement?
I told
like you like, yeah, daddy, that feels
no,
good. Yeah.
I wouldn't drop a daddy.
A zaddy?
I wouldn't drop a zaddy. This guy was definitely younger than me too, which was interesting.
He's a masseuse, so Maddie?
Maddie.
Masseuse daddy?
You can tell them ahead of time, be like, oh yeah, like I told him like my shoulder, upper back is like my worst spot. He like spent a little bit more time there.
Nice.
But I just, in the paranoid thought of like, don't want to come off as like anything weird, was just fucking stone quiet.
And also don't want to come.
Don't want to come. Well, so, and the other thing is they're just like, you know, they put you in the room and they're like, feel free to like undress to your level of comfort and then get underneath the sheet and then go from there.
Wait, so did you get naked then?
I went down to my underwear because I was like, underwear, whatever, that's fine. And when you're on your stomach, don't care, not really thinking about it, got your face in that hole, and you're just like, oh, this fucking feels so great, just rub my fucking back. But the weirdest part when you're on your stomach is he grabbed my foot, and then he lifted my leg up.
Oh.
So I'm on my stomach with my leg up, and he like stretched, and like while he was pushing on my lower back, it fucking felt great, but it was a weird position because he just was like, I felt very vulnerable because he just had me by the leg. He could have just flipped me off the table, fucking done whatever. I wouldn't have been able to fight back.
Okay, so I'm trying to think. It's like, do you ever get touched like that anywhere else? That's what I mean. It's
no one ever. No, because I'm never like, Steph, can you rub my back down while you lift my leg? Like it's not even a position I would ever think of in the same way. Well, the other thing is like, so he was laying there and he like, when he was working my shoulders and back, he like lift all the movements. If he needs you to like move your arm, it's all very smooth.
Ooh.
We're like, if he was a straight man and I was a woman and he had done that to me, or if because I'm not gonna make it sexual, but if that was like if that was a move that someone had pulled on me out in public, I'd been like, I'm fucking this person, like that. Or they're fucking me. Either way, because like, let's say you're me, you're on the table, right, and you're face down, and he's like needs to move my arm so that.
Afap?
Yeah, no, I'm not doggy or anything, just flat, just prone bone. But this is how it's very smooth. It's very like your arm is down like flat by your side, right? And so it's very much just the like soft, smooth, roll it back, and then you like would bring it back, like all very much like not like a hairdresser where a hairdresser will be like, oh, move your head forward, whatever, or kind of like grab your head a little bit and move you around.
No, but like full on, like.
But like just very like nice, very peaceful, very tranquil. It was just like a very zen. But they're probably experience.
Like they're like doctors in that like
they
see so many people.
Yeah.
That you're just a piece of meat to them. But
100%.
And they know how to work that piece of meat. Or like, and also in doctors, I bet you they've got more hours of like training to become a licensed massage therapist than like, I was gonna say a cop, but I mean like maybe just like a chiropractor probably.
Do cops have hours of training to be a massage therapist?
They don't.
I think that would be.
It's not a fair comparison. You're right. It's not a fair comparison.
Would be great though if they did. Because maybe when they're like you're down on the ground, they have the gun pointed at you, they could just like work that knee into like a sore spot on your back.
Oh yeah, make some use of it while you're down
exactly.
there.
Yeah, like. I get it. I am a person of color. You're going to just do this anyway. I'm not. I'm saying this is a character I am playing. I am very white. I understand that. But yeah, no, the overall experience was fantastic. But that whole thought of just like, if you just put lo-fi video game music in here and put a couple like 1-up block lamps on the wall to keep that dimly lit setting, you could get a whole set of clientele to come in. You might not want to touch that clientele. Or you might have to like start doing a notice of like,
but it's a service,
come showered kind of thing.
Yeah, like no one's touching them.
No, they would. That's another scary part though. Oh, but anyway,
I think what made it more legitimate too is that it was a man.
It was a man.
Now,
yeah.
Had a woman been handling you in this manner,
I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably wrong. I will always request a man because I feel a man's hands are probably stronger, slightly.
That's true.
Bigger.
They can really get in there.
He was. I don't know if he was using just a thumb or what, but he was fucking working it, and it was. He followed. Like my arm was back, and he went along the edge of my shoulder blade all the way around in the muscle, and it was the most painful.
Oh,
but like
felt good.
Best experience in the world. It was more than like I've used racquetballs on the ground. I've done everything out, but this was like, oh no, it's so good. But so we were going back though, laying down, leg up, then flip over. So then you're laying there on your back, and he was like, that's when they get to like the thigh meats a lot, and they're going up the leg, and that's probably the weirdest part, because how many people, other than back when we were in our early 20s playing gay chicken, how many people are up on your thigh
and constantly
and
grazing your balls?
No, he didn't actually get that close.
He didn't graze?
No, he didn't. That's why I kept my underwear on, because I didn't want the boys to just free roam. I wanted them contained in a cage area.
That's true. Yeah, they hang low.
They hang as you get older, they get lower. But like, did the foot? It was basically everywhere. Man can't beat the strength of tiny Chinese grandma. This is probably true. That if I would be the person to get to the level where like the little Asian lady can walk on my back. Like I feel like that's the level that will really get me straight. Is if I could just have some tiny person just boop, boop,
at the Korean spa place, right?
Maybe at the lesbian spa,
the lesbian spa. No, because some of these places, like, they sound intriguing to me. The places that have, like, the hot rocks.
The hot rock. I mean, he did put
like you said, the people walking on you. Like,
he put a really hot, like, towel on my back, like a moist towel. And it, like, after everything, he put that on there, and it was just like, oh, it felt good. It was real nice. But, okay, so that's our fucking, like, 30-minute intro.
Yeah. That
we did, which is fine. What Mikey isn't telling you is he totally taped his dick down so he wouldn't. No, because there was also when you have like we've all gotten the fear boner when you're just like don't get a boner, and then your dick's like, guess what, motherfucker, I'm here, and he pops up and you're just like got to deal with this. But I had the mega fear boner of just the like, I'm an adult. This is an adult thing we're doing. Do not think any. But also you're so focused on like. The pain, the feel-good pain of him, that you're just like, I can't think of anything.
Yeah, like all the new awkward,
like,
new experience. Yeah.
Also, it's like I had to hold back so much at the end of it to be like, all right, how bad are my muscles? Give me a rating, 1 to 10. Compared to what you've seen, am I gonna be a giant knot of muscles in 20 years and just look like an old Italian man, or my muscles pretty good? Give me a rating. I couldn't do it. I wanted to so bad. We're going to go back real fast because I know Mark asked what is, or was it Mark or Davey who asked what's AFAP? Mark asked. AFAP is this podcast. It stands for Fuck Another Podcast because when I was thinking of names, that was the only thing that kept popping in my head. And AFAP is funny because it's like ACAB, but not terrible. The long title, again, is Fuck Another Podcast When I Should Have Been Going to Therapy. That's what this is. So it will be a lot of me just kind of rambling, talking about shit because I've been to therapy once in my life. One time. Oh my God. I did it. I went for a free session at UCLA.
Oh, so it was with like an MFTI?
Yeah, like a trainer. Yeah, like a person in training kind of thing. It was fun. It was interesting. I had a lot of revelations in that one session. I came out of it and I was like, I'm good. And I never went again. And clearly, it's fucking done me wonders to now.
Oh, we have a correction.
Correction. ACAB is terrible because cops are terrible. ACAB stands for a true statement about terrible things.
Oh, we got a caller.
A caller? Do we have a caller? There's no calling number. Not yet. Eventually. Okay, let's get to a topic. let's just get to a topic. I'm just gonna pull from my list here.
Hot topics.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna ask you this random question first. Do you smell in your dreams? When you have a dream, is there ever a time that you've had a dream where you can think about that you've smelt whatever it is you've seen or been experiencing in your dream?
Oh my god.
Because if I think about it, I can never think of like, I've had dreams in wet dungeons or dungy places, and there's never a smell to my dreams. I never smell anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't even know if I dream anymore.
Okay, well that is, I don't normally dream either because I have to get so blasted before I go to sleep so that my brain shuts up. But
okay, got it.
That's just, I do dream when I take like naps or things. But I just don't know if smelling fear does not count because that's not a real smell that you can associate with things. That's an animal scent. But I just think about it like, what is it about your dreams that you'll pull people's faces, you'll pull like everything you pull in a dream is something that you've seen, but your body doesn't create smells for that, which makes me think that like if you didn't have an association with a smell already and smelled it, you would have no idea what that is. Like your memory doesn't hold on to that or like have any sort of connection for it other than like a visual.
Excellent observation, though. Do you experience any of the senses? Is that our unconscious minds just always its way of always letting us know that, hey, you're dreaming?
This is a dream because you can only ever see. I mean, you can hear. I feel like people can hear yelling and hear talking in dreams. Not everybody, maybe, but I feel like that's a little bit more common. And I think people definitely feel things in their dreams.
You do, because I've had that sensation of falling.
The falling.
And then you jump away.
It's not
your leg kicks out in the air.
It's like not a one-to-one sensation. It's not the exact same because, gravity. Sex dreams where you feel like, a dream can make you come. A dream can make you shoot rope. Think about that. But you'll never smell that sweet, sweet gash. You could be all deep in it.
What's with that, by the way? Like during sex ed in school, like they
don't talk about wet dreams.
Yeah, but they constantly told us. Like they're like, you're gonna have wet dreams. You're gonna have wet dreams.
Do you want to know how many times?
I never had wet dreams.
I can count on one hand how many wet dreams I've had in my entire life, and those simply have come after, simply have arrived after extreme blue ball cases. Going out for the night and just never nutty, and then you're just like going to pass out, and then like in the morning. But it's never been like, I have to change my underwear and sheets level.
Yeah, that was the warning.
Yeah, they were like, you're going to come so hard when you sleep. So, oh my God, dude. Maybe only Chads come in their sleep. If I can't run in a dream, I wake up curled up. If I can run, I wake up. Oh, that's interesting. I love the dream run, though, where you run in place. Or you're constantly like, you take very long, slow steps that are like, I'm trying to run, but you can never get the actual speed up.
Can you lucid dream? Can you teach yourself to lucid dream?
I think people.
That's what I've been wondering
people
about.
can. I think it requires either a lot of meditation and a lot of inward control over yourself, or drugs.
Got it.
Yeah, it's one of the two. But you can teach yourself to lucid dream in some way, or like maybe not teach yourself, but set yourself up to where it's more likely to happen, like that style. If that makes sense.
Yeah, thank you.
I've never lucid dreamed. Never busted in my dreams either. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mark's like the horniest person I've ever known. So like if anyone was going to bust in their dream, it'd be Mark. Mark would bust.
The reading in dreams in Batman the Animated Series, I thought it was like specifically like not being able to read the face of a clock. I'm trying to remember that episode.
I've never read anything in dreams that I can think of being like, there's that. Most of my dreams that I remember end up being deja vu. That's my like one.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, when I said I don't dream at all, like I meant I have wondered about that though.
Yeah.
I do get the waking sensation during my waking life that I've lived something before, and I go, oh, weird, deja vu, but I never equate that with a dream.
So, I
think of them as two separate.
If I dream now, I don't remember it anymore. Not as much as at least I used to back in the day. But even in high school, earlier before that, there would always be moments where someone would say something or something would happen, and it would trigger like a flood of memory in my brain of like, I've already know exactly what's happening. This entire scenario is a memory. Like, I've done this before.
Yeah.
And before, I used to just kind of be like, brush it off and go with it. Now, though, if it happens, you can ask Steph.
You do random. You try and break it.
I just go like, I'm going to walk over here for a second and just change whatever is happening. Like, not continue down whatever path it was leading me and just fucking fully change it.
Diverge that timeline?
Yeah, exactly. Which could fully be good and could totally be terrible. Because who knows what it's... maybe I do follow that path and it leads to something great. But most of the time I feel like if I follow that path, it's probably going to be terrible.
Do you ever announce it like out loud to the people that you're with?
I say it to Steph all the time. I'll be like,
oh, fucking deja vu.
Because usually it's like something someone says triggers it. So it's like a conversation. So I have to be like, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm going to walk away or we're going to change the subject real fast. We can come back to it. But that's how that works out.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So you consider them dreams? I
consider it deja vu and some sort of collective unconscious, something I've tapped into. Either I've dreamt it. It to me, it either means that I've dreamt it and it's deja vu, or there's something else so seriously wrong with my brain that I should be at the doctor. Because the amount of times that it happens to me, and I mean like once a month. Yeah. Once a month where I'm in a situation where I have to be like, I'm going to walk away from this for a second.
That could be, my old story and why I don't partake in it anymore. Could be Mary Jane related.
Could be, but it hasn't gotten worse since I've started smoking weed. It's been the same from, before I smoked weed ever to now. Like, I used to experience it as a child.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Yeah. Like as a preteen.
Well, you're a precocious child. So.
Yeah, I'm something. Okay, we'll save that question for later. Should we do an ad break? Yeah, we can do it. We can do an ad break
for Catalina Crunch.
No, I have this ad. This is our first sponsor. I'm just gonna do this read real fast.
Blue Chew. Okay.
Wazzles, waffle-shaped sex toy. Depressed, overweight, insecure? No worries. Wazzles is here. Just insert a Wazzles in your pants, and its patented waffle texture will keep you company all day. Order yours today, and don't forget to use code AFAP. So, check out Wazzles. It's a pretty cool thing. Okay. We've talked about my shit enough.
I think there is a whole section on Skillshare devoted to Wazzles.
Wazzles, yeah. You can make your own Wazzles. I've seen it. I'm sitting on a Wazzle right now. Waffled.
Oh, that's what that smell is.
Yeah. Constantly rubbing. We kind of did some of it. I'm gonna pick a topic. We're playing this fast and loose. Like my butthole. Actually, let's not do this. Let's talk about Let's talk about the benefits, because Davey Mack is here. This is actually perfect. Let's talk about PC versus Mac and what laptop you should get.
Because I'm struggling.
And Chris is here. This is gonna be fantastic in chat.
I know, struggling to make this decision. So I reached out for advice with this is gonna come up later in my recommendations. But there's another podcast that I've been helping produce. We've got 2 episodes so far, which is an achievement. Like most podcasts, they're done right after conception. They don't even make it. They don't even make it to the first episode.
If this makes it to episode 2, I'll be happy.
Yeah, somebody called this episode 0, and I agree. So if we make it to episode 2, we'll be pumped, and that's better than like 98%. But we're going hard on this one. We've got the socials. It's called Bat Signal Radio. I'll talk about it later in the recommendations. But I need a mobile editing station for this other podcast. So I reached out to Mike, and he sent me recommendations of some. I give him a budget, and he sent me recommendations of some PCs. Were they all i7 processors?
I believe they were all i7s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that Alder Lake or whatever, or
that's Crystal Lake, whatever they are.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever the newest mobile ones are, not the newest, but yeah.
Reaching out to someone else who I thought I don't think he's quite a Mac fanboy, but I also don't think he's PC Master Race. I think he's just strictly objective. And Davey Mack recommended the new M1s. Not the M1, not the first gen, and not even the Pro that came out, But now there's new M1 chips. There's the 10 core, there's the Max, and then there's like the 20 core Ultra. So like they're coming out of the Mac Studio, and he was just looking at benchmarks, and like their GPU, just their processing power is so, like he was saying, for the future, to be future proof, that's probably a better bet than PC Master Race. And let's see, are they fighting in the chat?
Not yet. If you need cheap, a Chromebook. See, okay, I'm going to disagree with both of those.
I have a Chromebook.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do anything.
I use mine to watch, like, if I'm working over there or, like, in the bathroom or something, I'll put it for videos and maybe like quick writing things. That's about
it barely got me through, like, word processing for college. I was like, I'm done with this thing.
PC for life, but Mac probably best bet. Here's what I'm going to say. So the reason I'm saying laptop and a PC laptop is a Mac is going to allow you to do all the editing bullshit that you want to do and all that stuff. But the minute you want to enjoy anything else on it, it's a pain in the ass. If you want to play any games on it, you're so limited. If you want to, I don't know, I just feel, and you're so closed into the Mac ecosystem. Like, I used to be the Mac person. I had the iPhone. I had a Mac. It's all fine. But, like, at least a laptop, like most gaming PC laptops, you can upgrade RAM if you want.
Good observation. Though I said like my powerhouse for like editing, but I didn't say what specifically. Like video editing.
Video, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can probably do some audio as well. And you said you wanted to play games.
I did say I wanted to play some games.
And I would actually...
I haven't gamed in a long time.
Yeah, I would actually love... We're going to talk about that. I would love to be able to actually play some games with you. Like, even if we can just play, like, Fall Guys together or anything simple kind of thing. Like, I think you'll get the... Like, I think the Mac will last you longer as far as, like, lifetime for the editing side. But if you want to have something that you're going to be able to, like... fully replace a tower, I think a PC laptop is going to be better.
Okay.
Just because also the cost. Like, we could look at like what is the best one that you want and find something on the PC side that is either, if not the same cost, if not cheaper.
Could something be built like akin to like the Mac Studio where it's
like a little like
like a smaller tower?
Yeah, we could do a super tiny like ITX case with a small graphics in there. Yeah.
I want a game. I want a game.
If you want to do any gaming, but yeah, if we want, if like,
because like the setup we have right now for the other podcast is we've got the Scarlett that we plug into. Mm-hmm. He's got the OBS. We record, and then we toss it into Adobe after the fact. Do that nesting, and we just like camera 1, camera 2 it. But like it would be like, but we pull clips.
Yeah.
Like
for TikTok and stuff.
Yeah. So it'll be like this where the stream just goes like the stream, like as is, like how it was recorded, that's just gonna go to YouTube. But then pulling clips, we do all the fancy like captioning.
Mark's on a fucking 970. That's like 4 generations ago. I'm on a 3080 or 3070. So like Mark can game. That's what I'm saying is like you can have an old graphics card and still play long enough because there's so many games out there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, so they build.
Yeah.
Oh, chat builds. I like this. All right, so you know what? Yeah, maybe.
So if that we can like the list that I sent you from Newegg was just kind of like these are what's out there within like that's close to your budget but like gives you high performance. A lot of those things had some solid rebates on them that took off like $400 to $500 off it too. So like we can find those things
because I figure because like building that like a smaller tower.
Yeah, or build that.
Like I probably be cheaper than. Like a high-end laptop. Yeah.
And then you can also swap out parts, too.
Yeah, and I could take it and I could just plug it into one of his monitors.
Exactly. Well, so, like, Steph's friend Nate, he has his PC. He has one that is for... Oh, that's your old one. You're on a third. Okay. Good, Mark. His PC, he uses it for VR. And when he travels back home, he basically it's a full-size tower like mine, but he's got a strap rig around it, so you can carry it just from like a handle on the top. So it's like we can easily build you like an ITX tower that is super tiny, but like big enough that it can still fit a graphics card in it, but like a smaller one, so you can swap out parts. Because they have the really tiny like Nuke PCs that are like this big, that's smaller than a Mac Studio, but you can't really improve things on them.
That's another thing that like also has me leaning towards PC is just that swapping out of parts. Mm-hmm. Just because like I know that like Apple just designs everything to have an end of life.
Yeah.
And to
and charge you as much money for any sort of replacement whatsoever.
Yeah, because like if whatever's built into or soldered into those M1 chips, like they're like that logic board, like if you got to replace something, or you even want to replace the SSD that comes with it, it's no, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna take some work.
Here's my I will say this is my final sword in the ground is this. If you get a Mac, it's gonna have two USB-C ports, and like I think they just added in an HDMI port back into it, and then you have to get dongles for all of it. And those laptops I sent you have a full Ethernet port, two USB-Cs, like two USB 3 ports, and like a full-size HDMI port.
What about Thunderbolt?
Those are Thunder. That's C. C is Thunderbolt essentially.
Oh, it just switched now.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it's USB-C and Thunderbolt are almost interswappable. It just depends.
Oh, Intel Mac.
Yeah, the Nuke stuff. Those are their super tiny ones. But I don't know if they are a little bit more intense. I think.
Intel Nuke.
But yeah, you can look into those. But yeah, I think PC is the best. But also, talking about gaming, what was the last game that you played?
Jesus, that wasn't a mobile game?
Yeah.
Consoles. We're going back to consoles.
Something on console?
Yeah, something on the console. I started playing, what was the creepy game from Metal Gear Solid creator?
Oh,
Death Stranding?
Death Stranding, yeah.
Started playing Death Stranding. Got about 5 hours into that.
And I said, fuck it.
Yeah. I was like, I can't do this.
As a Kojima fan, I played about a couple hours, probably about 5, and was like, I'm good. I don't need to walk around right now.
I just kind of want to... I've been meaning to...
It's a beautiful game.
I've been meaning to just look up a video of somebody playing it for
Yeah.
There's
plenty. Well, the director's cut for PC just came out, so there'll be a lot of people playing it right now.
Yeah, and then it's been mobile. It's been strictly like Pokemon Go.
So here's the thing.
Polytopia.
Here's the you've actually would be coming. I would say you're coming back into gaming at the perfect time, because in the past 3 to 5 years has been this kind of upswell of indie-made.
Ooh.
Indie games that the graphics aren't pixel graphics anymore. They're doing retro games that are like PS1 graphics. So there's like a whole slew of like horror games that look like
Clock Tower, or what was that?
Or Fatal Frame, or they look like Resident Evil 1 or Silent Hill 1, they're low poly.
What was the game with the Scissor Man?
That was Fatal Frame, I thought.
That was Fatal Frame?
Was that Silent? No, Silent Hill had Pyramid Head. But the Scissor Man I thought was Fatal Frame.
Is it Clock Tower? I'm waiting for.
It might be Clock Tower.
I'm waiting for Mark to chime in. Yes. Specifically.
He'll know.
What was the game with Scissor Man?
But like they're.
But purposely look like polygons or like a
super low poly. Like we're talking PS1, maybe PS2 graphics. But people are making these games on their own. Like because Unity is so open and easy to use for a lot of people that. You could come back to gaming and never touch a AAA release and still have plenty of high quality games to play and not even have to worry about having graphics all the way up and frame rate and all that shit.
Okay, now what are these games that I see advertised to me, like I see them in the banners and they say like,
don't come?
Yeah. Like you're gonna come in 30 seconds if you play this game. I want to play those.
You can play those. You can definitely play. You might even play those on a Chromebook because I think they're browser based.
Nice.
Yeah, but you can go back and play old school RuneScape, and it is Clock Tower.
Yes.
Fucking piece of shit.
Yes.
You want to know what game I'm waiting for them to remaster, re-release, relaunch in some way? We've talked about it before, and Mark will actually appreciate this too. Is fucking Bushido Blade.
Oh. I liked Bushido Blade a lot.
Everyone liked Bushido Blade who played it. There was actually, I didn't realize this.
Oh, man.
But Bushido Blade has like 200 plus characters in it. Some crazy amount.
That's so fun.
Wait, this is why we actually, you guys, this is why I did this part for the podcast.
The internet.
The internet is here. So we can move this back.
UPS and Death Stranding. Yeah, I agree. For the 5 hours I played it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm delivering packages. Oh, there's Guillermo del Toro. Oh, wow. Oh, it's incredible. All right.
Gameplay,
back to packages.
Plot, audio, reception. I thought there was like a fuck ton of characters. Is that a different game? There's 6. There's another Bushido type game that has fucking Jeff Bolson.
Yeah, he loved Bushido Blade. Chef Bo played Bushido Blade a lot.
There was a different game like Bushido Blade that has a bunch of characters. Fucking Square. Oh, Bushido Blade. Fun.
And now that Sony just launched their...
Oh, look,
they announced their subscription service, right?
It's not coming out yet. But they're basically answer to Game Pass is this: they're pushing together PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus into one service with 3 different payment tiers.
With like a family tier. With
Not a family. It's a... Here, fucking... Come on, you guys.
Yeah, let's check it out. It's like things are getting really interesting now that everybody's moving to streaming. And then also like Amazon get into the game with just straight up virtual consoles.
So the biggest issue and the thing that I saw is we're gonna live in a future where we don't own anything anymore. Everything will be a subscription or like a kind of rent base. Like
okay, but they can justify that by preaching like the sustainability aspect of it.
The sustainability of me owning a phone for 2 years that I can then just throw away or give back to you for you to.
No, because there's like a silicon shortage. We're going to run out of natural resources.
Yeah.
We can only make so many chips for so many years. So let's just have the big corporations own the raw materials and hoard all the chips, and they'll put it on their servers for you.
Ugh.
And you just access it.
No, I don't want any of that. Also, this is literally the worst way to display this. Who
You're
thought
a table?
Who thought a fucking Excel table was gonna work best in this shitty? Give me like a here. Games Radar is a good site, right? They're fine. So
I don't even know how to pronounce that.
The future is now, man. Chrono Cross?
No,
Suikoden.
Suikoden.
It is Suikoden. Yes.
Ooh.
It's an RPG, but I think it has 108 protagonists.
Jesus.
Think about that shit.
A spiritual successor is coming out.
Ugh. So here's.
Oh yeah, that game. Like there you go.
No, this one. No, this is Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah,
this isn't even a sexy game.
Oh, it's not?
This game will not make you come unless
okay.
you like coming to microtransactions.
What if I fall asleep?
I mean, anything can make you come when you're falling asleep. No, so here's what it will be. The 3 tiers are extra, premium, and premium essential or plus essentials.
Oof.
These are all terrible names.
120.
This is the one that I currently have that I'll probably end up keeping. Do they have a better? Oh, can I just have a very? You know what? Here.
What in the clickbait is going on with that website? What
literally
was that? Tech Radar?
Yeah, or Games Radar. Here we go. Benefits. Perfect. Thank you. So simple. Essential, which is $10 a month. You get 2 monthly downloadable games like you do now with PlayStation Plus. Exclusive discounts, cloud storage, online multiplayer access, whatever. That's the same. $60 a month, which is the Plus Extra, which is you get everything from above. You get a catalog. So this is how you get access into the PlayStation Now portion. So you get 400 games from PS4 and PS5, back catalog stuff, which is virtual console. Then this one, which is $120 a year, is everything else plus 340 additional games, which are PS3 via cloud streaming, a catalog of beloved classic games from PS1, PS2, and PSP, cloud storage, timed game trials and demos and stuff like that. So, for $120 a year, that's like an Amazon Prime subscription.
I mean, if that's the only thing you're gaming on.
Yeah, if you don't have anything else, then that makes sense. I mean, I have Xbox Game Passes for PC, and it's one of the best deals to have because you get $15 a month if you're or 10 even. I think it's $10 a month. You just get free games all the time, man. Like
PC games, right? Like
PC.
One here? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, literally. Look, let's see what games we have this month or right now. These are all that I have downloaded.
Oh.
I haven't paid for any of these. And then Weird West, fucking Rainbow Six, Minecraft previews. Guardians of the Galaxy game. You want to play something, they pretty much have it here. You fucking play Destiny? Well, yeah, we'll see what games I put on it, but who knows?
Technology.
Yeah. But there's that. Okay, let's see. We've been going, what is it, it's a little over an hour? That's perfect. I'm going to, here's a question for you, and then we'll switch things up. When you think about music, you think about genres of music, was there like alt harpsichord back in the day? Do you think there was like pop harpsichord that people were making, and then there was like one dude who was like making like real emo harpsichord music, or like alt harpsichord, maybe like screamo harpsichord. Like it never got picked up or written in history books, but there was just that one dude in the corner of like some bullshit street.
There has to be.
There has to be, right?
All the permutations.
Yeah.
Of the things that could happen.
Like indie opera. Like back in the day when opera was like, the only thing you could go see was someone like, was there off-Broadway opera people were making?
There had to be, because the way that people listened to music back then was buying sheet music.
That's true.
So they would go take it home and learn how to play it. But then also they would probably jam on it and reinterpret it.
Couple serfs hanging around with some sheet music and I don't know, some sort of tub and a stringed instrument of some kind.
It's such a bummer that recorded history is so short.
Yeah, and poorly recorded. Yeah. In a lot of places.
And a lot of it's already lost to time.
Think about the fact that we have presidential records that just came out that have 7 hours of missing audio. They couldn't even record that right. Wait a minute. You don't think he...
That wasn't intentional, was it?
No one would do that. It's stupid. All right. I'm going to give you something, not a recommendation, but I have this on here.
Keep America great.
I'm gonna shit on you later. But feel free to, everyone here, look up the North American horse extinction. Just gonna drop that one for everyone.
That's deep.
Yeah. Also, something I saw on TikTok is apparently the
Wait, you say horse?
Horse, not whore, not whore. Horse.
Oh,
horse. North American horse extinction. But apparently the Gen Z, they call early 2000s crap rock like Stained and all that.
Oh, the butt rock?
Yeah, they call it.
We hated it too.
Yeah, we hated it too. We had a whole. I was on a whole public access show about it, and none of us liked it. Yeah. They call it divorced dad rock.
Jesus.
Which is perfection.
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, some of us who lived our lives a different way are already on their first divorce, huh?
Yeah.
Or second divorce?
Second, third? Who knows, man? I have a question for you because you're of the faith, even though the stream's been tagging this. As a person who never really went to church, let me understand if this is a good understanding of God. Does Old Testament God become chill new God by becoming human, aka Jesus, and experiencing what it's like? Because literally he bailed after that and let us be and fucked off. That's how it feels.
Damn.
Right?
You know what's weird about going to Catholic?
You're
church,
hardcore. You're baseline.
Specifically, is like every year they sell that missal because theoretically you can walk into any Catholic church in the world and they're all teaching the same thing.
They should be.
But like the readings are usually about like the teachings of Jesus.
Yeah.
I barely remember anything Old Testament.
Oh, because the Catholic Church is really New Testament on. It's really Jesus forward.
And then from
the
there...
Old Testament's really just Jews and some hardcore people.
And then the reason that you go to church is... Like, there's all the pomp and circumstance and the rituals after, the taking, the blessing and shaking your... people behind you, like, shaking their hands, taking the Eucharist, taking the body. But then there's also the fun part is that if you go to the right church, you've got a pretty dope rev... And when he drops his homily, like he sprinkles it with like real life anecdotes that are inspiring. Like they're the people, they put
a dope rev.
Yeah. They make it human.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
If they're good, they're kind of like, oh, this is why I like going to church. Like this is positive.
Honestly,
it's like because you like sometimes they're funny and they talk about like real life things.
Yeah.
And it's the jam session part. It's the improv. It's the improv half hour.
It's the youth pastor, the youth minister, the youth group leader who turning the chair around and sitting down and being like, it's a pretty cool dude. Also, Jesus Christ. It's that he like trying to relate to you.
Yeah. Like everybody is asleep during the reading.
The Catholic
they're
priest,
doing everything else is like rote. Like I have to
get
get on my knees.
Services,
I have to stand up. I have to get back on my knees. I have to stand up. But then the part that everybody kind of wakes up for is like, like he's saying fun stuff. Yeah. Like he's talking about himself now. Because it really is like that moment too. Like you said, cool youth pastor. He like slams the book shut. Like
going from his brain now.
Real talk now.
Yeah. What is that? What's that called? When you drink wine and eat bread? That's not the Eucharist, is it?
Receiving the Eucharist.
That is Eucharist. Okay. First of all, the only Catholic priest who has ever touched me in a non-physical way and motivated me is the priest from Midnight Mass. That performance is fantastic. Also,
receiving communion as well.
Yes,
that's the other way.
But I think. I'm pretty sure wafers. Yeah. Or that. You can buy them. It's on Amazon.
Yeah, but they're not blessed.
I mean, I know that, but just for like a snack.
That's true.
Yeah, and then I also saw
you can make them.
This one is fantastic, and I'm actually gonna order these.
Is this like a Diva cup?
It is a to-go cup of a little bit of what I imagine is probably grape juice, not wine.
Can you use it like a Diva cup?
It's just a plastic cup. You can use it afterwards. That's recycling. Oh. But this is like a to-go, like, if you're about to head into a sketchy situation, you could just throw back one, chomp on it, and head into it, know that you got the body and blood of Christ in you.
There's logistics. I suppose you just have to get them pre-blessed.
Yeah.
You go get them. You go to the priest.
You find a priest. You know it's a priest that's definitely touched someone. You say, "Listen, motherfucker, I'm going to turn you in, but unless you bless this entire box,
bless up, homie.
Bless it.
Bless up.
You're clean. Good to go." Yeah, transubstantiation, right? It's like a
transubstantiation.
Yeah, that's where the train goes underground and then changes direction. Something like that. I don't know. Okay. I just love that was part of my notes. My other one of my other notes, which is a joke that I think I tweeted, but for Dragon Ball Z fans, I wanted to make a dish that's creme brulee, because Broly. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna ask you this. This is just one random thing. Do you ever do a weird thing where like you vibrate your head really fast, like a scanner's thing, but it just like feels good?
You know, I was thinking about the other day is when we did public access. You used to
hit my head on the table all the time. Yeah, a lot. Yeah. It explains a lot.
Is that a
prefrontal cortex damage? Probably.
Like there's Bruce Willis just had
aphasia.
I mean, like
I don't have too much of a trouble.
Wrestlers
I don't have too much trouble speaking.
Wrestlers stop because of a CTE.
Yeah. I've never had an actual concussion.
Do you know that?
That I know of. I've never blacked out or anything during head trauma. Who knows? But what? Oh no, because the thing I do sometimes I'll just be like, my head like vibrates and it just feels really good.
Might be a you thing.
It is just a me thing probably, but this is the only way I can bring it up. Again, I should be in therapy. This is therapy. Okay, now let's pop back over here so I know the format. Okay, compliments time. David Aguilera, I would like to give you 2 compliments, and I would like you to give me 2 compliments.
Oof.
Okay. David, I've known you over 20 years now, right? Almost 20 years now, just about. You have been nothing but one of the kindest people and the most giving people that I know.
I'll allow it.
Okay. Now it's your turn.
Right now, I want to say you gave me a birthday gift. That was awesome. But it's like indicative of like how thoughtful you are.
Well, thank you.
You're a thoughtful fucking dude.
I appreciate that. See how hard that is to fucking accept?
Yeah.
That hurts so for me to not just fucking self-deprecate after that. Be like, yeah.
I didn't bring him anything.
No, he didn't.
He got me a gift. I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, no, but you got me a Christmas present. That's fine.
Compliment number 2 is just always been the beard. That's it. I've
actually been taking better care of it.
Illustrious.
Oiling. I don't blow dry it anymore. I've stopped blow drying it.
I haven't grown this out in years, and this is me a few weeks in.
Let it go.
Yeah, no, I want to see like how many, but like I've been like this time I've been bothering like I actually brush it. It's pathetic. It's just a neck beard.
It's
just a neck beard. And then I keep this trimmed. I've been shaving a line.
Yeah, you got to keep the line.
I've been keeping lines. I shave here.
Okay.
And then I've been shaving
keep the
here.
lines clean.
Yeah.
Actually, so April 3rd will be 1 year since that tragic incident when I shaved my beard off.
No, because you had it to wear. Did you have it to your belly?
It was still probably the same length that it is now.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit longer. So this is 1 full year of growth. The only trimming, yes, that is Viper Guy, yes, because Steph has played those videos on stream before, and there's clips of it that she now uses for things.
Oh my God.
So they know Viper Rob. I'm actually gonna I'll have you back on and we'll watch those videos. We'll go through some of them.
I have a drawer full of DV tapes.
Thanks, Mark.
Of the Viper Rob show that I have yet to digitize.
Yes. Okay, so that's compliments. That's going to be a running thing because all of us are terrible at accepting compliments. We all have to be better at accepting the love from other people that we deserve.
Like my coworker on Monday, because my birthday was on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we came into work and like they had seen like my Instagram story or whatever. They're just like, "Oh my God, you got a birthday! Happy birthday!" I'm like, "I'm gonna buy you some Starbucks." And I just said, just the instinct was like, "Stop, shut up, no, like we have work." But I was just like, "I'll allow it.
Let it happen.
I'll allow it. Give me that. Yeah. Give me a venti toasted oat milk shaken espresso. Yeah, fuck it, I'll take it."
It's so good. I'm trying to actually be more selfish in general, but in like the positive way of just like, yes, if you feel that way, Mike, you should, act that way or say it or like let the other person know. Like trying to just, I guess, honest would be open and honest, but it feels selfish to me. So that's kind of where the compliments thing is, of just like be open to people saying things to you, and then also be more open to saying to them back. Because there's so many times on Twitter and online when I don't say anything to anybody or tweet something because of the fact. Yes, you are on that episode.
Goddamn. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I just don't say it because I'm like, no one wants to fucking hear from me. And it's just like, no, you don't know that. Just fucking say it. And then if they don't want to hear from you, guess what? They just won't read it. They'll ignore it, which is fine. Okay, so we've done compliments. Let's go over the topic that you've brought with us today.
I just want to talk about the slap.
Oh, okay. Let's fucking talk about NBC's The Slap. All right, let's get it up on screen. NBC The Slap.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we're going to talk about,
the limited American miniseries that ran from February to April 2015.
Slap is great. Zachary Quinto. Probably not at the top of his game at that point, but I think he was coming off of Star Trek. Peter Sarsgaard and his Sarsgaard. Great SNL sketch. Who else was on? We had Uma Thurman.
God.
Brian Cox. Thandie Newton.
Dude. I mean, pre-Westworld. And then Brian Cox. Legend.
The Cox.
Is he a sir?
I think no. CBE. Maybe he is. What's CBE?
CBE. Coming out. No. What? Click it.
Most Excellent Order of the British Empire. Yeah. So he is a knight.
My God.
Something. Huh.
Sir Cox.
You can get a cameo from Brian Cox for $300.
I think we got our next promoted. Yeah.
Fuck. Just fucking Brian Cox telling people to go listen and watch Afap. I don't want it. No, but you're talking about Will Smith slap, right?
Yeah, well, more so like not the moment. I'm not even concerned about the moment because it's already been, we're so many days removed from it.
Yeah.
But just the weird, the ripple effect that it's already having of like conversations about
comedians.
Like, yeah, somehow this constitutes violence and assault on television when you see things that are far more violent on the evening news. Or like other celebrities trying to get in on it, trying to dogpile, and then instantly having like things dragged up from their past, like Zoe Kravitz, and like shit, and then they just scurry back and like delete their tweets or delete their captions,
so
because they don't want to get canceled.
My overall opinion on it is this: Will Smith was inappropriate. Should not have slapped him on live television. Should have waited till after party when they were both, celebrating, then maybe slapped him. I'm fine. Whatever. If wanted to slap him. Do it in private, and then let the situation play out. Another one? I do not know who this is, and I'm not answering it right now. But I think the reason it's getting talked about so much, A, because it was on television and celebrities, and that's always going to get talked about. But it's I really don't feel like either side of the argument is wrong.
Oh.
I feel like it is a safe. Famous people should slap each other more.
Yeah, that's why it's not wrong. Yeah, it's
I
not
think.
wrong.
So, okay, I have to answer this. Apparently.
Uh-oh.
Entertain them.
All right.
I have no idea what.
I'm going solo. All right. I got notes for this just in case. I was gonna switch to. You know what? I was gonna talk about my recommendations later because there's a recommendations portion of the podcast, and I think it's after we talk about after we play Smash or Pass. But I got strong recs. I got some strong recs across several important categories. Oh, never mind.
He was some piece of shit trying to call the show, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. What were we talking about? Sorry.
The slap.
The slap. So I was saying, so a lot of people have come out in support of Ukraine. That's a very safe thing to say.
Yes.
Very safe to say that fuck Russia, Ukraine should not be fucked with. I support Ukraine. That's easy to say. This is another very easy thing for people to comment on that really doesn't affect anything whatsoever. So they are extra coming out of the woodwork to say things.
That's true. It is kind of like burying every other important story of like the next COVID variant is surging, BA.2.
Yeah, B.A2, whatever it is.
And the whatever is going on with Ukraine and Russia and whatever other wars that we're involved in right now.
This is a very safe topic that everyone can have an opinion on. No one's opinion's really wrong unless I know it's Chris. It's Chris calling, and I'm not going to answer it.
He wants in.
He's not going to answer the phone. But if he calls again, I'm gonna kill him. But it's just one of those things where it's just like.
Is that producer Chris now?
Yeah. He's calling in from the booth.
Hell yeah, producer Chris.
But he, listen, comedians say shit all the time, man.
Yeah.
They have a right to say it. If you get offended by it, that sucks for you. You should be able to go talk to them about it, though. Because, here's the thing.
That's what they're thinking, that like Chris Rock is a comic, so they're thinking that now it's going to be like fair game, open season on comedians because of precedent.
I have a wavering opinion on if your jokes are about someone else, then you're not a good comedian.
Oh yeah.
But I don't believe that's true, because if your jokes are only about someone else, then you're not good. That means you're
You're a hack. You're doing
you're
crowd
a hack.
work.
You're only picking on one thing, or like if all your jokes are about like I don't know who called, whatever. I don't care. But it's just like whoever. What was I saying? God damn it! Train of thought. It's just.
No, because you don't get. You said that, like a good comedian.
Oh.
So what's the quote that I can't even. I don't even know what comedy podcast you're attributed to, but they say that like a comedian gets into the biz to control how people laugh at them or control why people laugh at them.
So I think every comedian is some sort of controlling in some way.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is, I was gonna say is that the article that I saw like the next day was like Chris Rock has a history of making fun of Jada Pinkett, that's why Will Smith, and I'm like, you cited 4 examples. I'm pretty sure if you went through Chris Rock's entire career, you could find people who aren't celebrities that he's picked on way more than that, or other celebrities that he's picked on way more than that, and that you are just using that. So it's like, it's not a beef between Chris Rock and Jada. She was seated in the front row, she has a shaved head, and he made a fucking G.I. Jane joke. It's not a good joke, because that's a movie that came out decades ago at this point. And it's a movie that half the audience that was watching it probably got, and the other half were like, what the fuck?
What was with people shitting on just Ridley Scott movies the whole night? Amy Schumer had it in her monologue.
Fucking Amy Schumer is such a piece of shit.
She shit on...
The Last Night? No, The Last Duel. The Last Duel, which I've actually...
Yeah, they said that nobody saw it. I've
been watching it. It's taken me... I'm now on my 3rd watch.
Oh, boy. And then Wanda had her joke right about of House of Gucci, calling like House of Random Accents. Or was that Amy Schumer as well? And then we get G.I. Jane. Another Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott... You know why?
They didn't invite him this year.
You know why? It's because Ridley Scott talks so much shit about the movie-going audience because no one saw The Last Duel in theaters.
Yeah.
Because it also came out right around the time when things were spiking back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like, he's got a point about cinema as well. Because, I mean... the streaming services are putting us in a weird position.
Yes.
Because now I've got to subscribe to Apple TV Plus if I want to see the Academy Award winner.
Which is Coda.
Coda. Yeah. It's Apple
but
TV
you can
Plus
watch,
exclusive.
But Hulu will give you The Eyes of Tammy Faye if you want to watch Best Actress.
If I want to see Denzel, though, I got to get Apple TV Plus. If I want to see...
Macbeth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, how far out are we until all these streaming services get together and they just rebrand cable?
Well, no, they'll never... The only way they'll get all together is if they one parent company ends up owning like a majority of them.
But that's not what happened with cable, though.
No, but
so
cable
like
started because people they needed that there was that ability to have expanded channels, and cable was really just these channels are there, and mom and pop channel companies started in local areas connecting wire, and then they got gobbled up into becoming the greater cable companies that we know them. Mm-hmm. This will be always just. If anything, it's going to fraction out more and more because now we have Peacock and this other one. Like everyone's going to have their own little one.
So CNN Plus just launched.
Yeah, you're gonna, and so instead of it being a $90 cable bill every month and being one paper cut, you will have death by 1,000 paper cuts, and by that I mean paperless billing cuts.
You don't think they'll ever band together though? And they're like, dude, we got a radical idea.
Here's the thing: they've already banded together with Hulu and Disney Plus.
Oh, but
it's just
because
bundles.
they're owned by the parent
It's
company.
just bundles. That's all they're going to do. They're never going to combine the services. It will be, you still have to have 3 different services, but you can get this bundle that is the price of cable. But that's the closest it'll ever get to that, I think. But here's the other thing: I don't pay for Disney Plus right now, and I don't pay for something else. Do you know why? It's 100% free because of my cell phone plan.
Oh.
That through Verizon. So that's the thing is,
another sponsor.
as long as there's competition in some area, they will use these other places where there's not really competition to pull you in.
Okay.
Like I have Google Plus. I have Google Play Pass, which is like their subscription, like their Apple Arcade.
Yeah.
But I have that for free.
I have that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think I have like Disney Plus, and I think I had Disney Plus free for like a year because of my internet. Like those are always available somewhere. So it's like the food delivery service. You can always change an email. You can always swap things around. Like there always will be some way to get access to something free for some limited amount of time.
That's incentivized.
It's incentivized. Yeah. The thing that bothers me the most is. The thing that bothers me the most is sports. How do you watch the Dodgers play? You have to have the My Sports LA bullshit, which is like, it's like sports is the last holdout. Like, here's the thing: if they had a $10 a month sports only app that you could watch like current game, like they could even still only be in your region, I'll pay for that, just to have easy access to background sports.
They're not.
And that will never happen because sports is fucking ridiculous.
Well, sports is also under fire too. I mean, like that's the next thing.
The whole thing with the Bills stadium, right, in Buffalo or whatever.
Yeah. But there's like legislation that's going to be introduced. It's another. I don't think he's the author, but he's a backer. Like it's another hill that Bernie's going to die on.
Oh yeah.
I keep getting
the college.
Keep getting the sign the petition.
The college athlete one.
It's
is he doing that one too?
He might be doing everything that has to do with sports because he just knows that it's so subsidized by the government.
Yeah.
And none of it goes back to the people.
The college.
It's not fair.
The college thing is this that like all these colleges
not that things supposed to be
make
fair,
millions and billions of dollars from their sports programs, but none of that money goes to the students that are actually on the field because college students aren't. Well, up until recently, I think weren't allowed to have endorsement deals.
Oh yeah.
So
that's a few years. Yeah.
That will be what changes. And then college sports will be just as bad as regular sports, and then college will be just as bad as everyday world life. Anyway.
All right.
Anything else about the slap you wanted to talk about?
No.
Okay. Now we go on to the second to last. This is. All right, David. Yeah, I don't care. Pick a number between 1 and 898.
I know some of these numbers.
I don't care. I will.
67.
Is this like Mr. Mime? Machoke.
Choke me out, Zaddy.
So smash or pass?
Smash.
Smash. It's a smash. All right, that's smash or pass. The Blood of Christ is still up. And then, let's actually, we'll go back here. What is your recommendation? Do you have a recommendation? Music, movie, book, website, yoga position? It can be anything.
Strong Rex.
Strong Rex?
As I mentioned earlier, Strong Rex, yo.
Okay.
No, it's just podcast. The Bat Signal Radio podcast. It's on, we have a link tree.
Okay,
If you go to Linktree, linktr.ee, tr.ee.
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
/ Bat Signal Radio.
Do that.
Yeah, there you go. We got a YouTube, we got a TikTok, we got an Instagram, we got a Spotify, we got a Twitter.
Boom,
We
boom,
have
boom, boom, boom.
Snapchat, apparently. I guess the other thing we don't have is Facebook.
So you see, I'm doing the exact opposite of this, where I'm not going to set up any accounts for this podcast
Nice.
until I've done at least 10 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got 2 in the can and clips coming. And also a sketch.
A scooch? Okay.
It's about Chicano Batman, but not the artist. I keep pushing to call it Latino Batman. I don't know why I'm worried about the artist Chicano Batman coming after us when we should be more worried about like WB and DC Comics coming after us.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
say
write
that
it out.
the
We're gonna do as
Batman,
long as we can.
the Batman is really the crucial part. Why don't you call it Brown Batman?
Oh, I'll bring it up to
The
Ricky.
BBM.
He's gonna do.
Blackberry Messenger.
He's gonna do it as long as he can.
All right.
But yeah, he did this. He's been doing this character for a while.
I've
Usually like on Halloween.
Yeah, and I've seen him and the other 2 guys pop up on TikTok. They do.
Oh, the Isimo. So
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
on another podcast that has a following, like
Okay.
Isimo.
Yeah.
It's like a Gen Xican, a Latinx podcast.
Litwinks?
Speaking to the Hispanics of the world. He was on Isimo, and it took off. So he started his own thing, and it's going strong. So it feels good. Books. I was gonna say lately I've been listening to the audiobooks for Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
And I highly recommend the versions that are narrated by Andy Serkis.
Oh, those are newer, right?
Yeah, because not only does you get to hear more of Schmeagol and Gollum, you get to hear that voice again, but apparently he's a mimic.
Oh, yeah.
And he does
Yeah.
everybody's voice pitch perfect.
So I have the older ones that are Rob Inglis does them. So it's much more British refined. So it sounds much more high fancy. But I will try those. I've suggested this before. All the Hitchhiker guidebooks after the first one are narrated by Martin Freeman, and the first one is Stephen Fry. So it's they're solid.
Oh, okay, I gotta get those.
Yeah.
And then the last rec was for the OF people, but we don't have to get it.
OF?
Yeah.
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Who? Yeah. I mean, you can't show it,
We can't show it.
but who's OnlyFans?
I was just gonna say, I'm partial to Ray Lil Black because you know what? Whoever's running her social media management is Aces. I don't ever buy in. I don't do that.
Okay.
But some of those messages that they spam
I know
your
that
inbox, they make you feel like you want to buy that OC, some of that original content. But I don't give it. I'm a simp. Like, I'll sub, but I'm not a simp so much that I'll pay for the inbox of it, you know?
God. I'll give a recommendation just because he just finished up his March Madness.
S-dubs. Yeah, they're workers too.
Go check out APL Fisher. He streams. I'm a big fan of his.
Family Feud.
Stop that. But he just did March Madness where he uploaded a YouTube video every day in March.
Oh.
So 31 videos. And yeah, just to kind of also get his channel going again. I'm just a fan of him. Feel free to check him out. I will put the link in chat.
Yeah, he looks funny.
And eventually I will put my own YouTube up once this episode's up there and stuff like that. That's the recommendations. All right, we did it. And then, you know what, man? That's fucking it. That's basically the end of it. Yeah, when it comes down to the outline, the next up is wrap up. So that's about it.
Wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up. And
You should always wrap it up.
we're gonna wrap it up with this last thing because I just saw this news today.
Ribbed protection.
And this actually can fall under recommendations. Go look up competitive GeoGuessr. GeoGuessr is a game.
I've seen the clips.
It's a Google Maps
on
game.
The talk, yeah.
But go watch Competitive GeoGuessr. These are people who can find a location on the Earth based simply by Google Maps Street View within 30 seconds.
It's called autism.
It is called autism. But they have able to focus and train that autism to a fine razor's point. Okay, and that's it. You guys, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. David, thank you for being my first guest. I appreciate that. Everyone, I'll post again when the next episode happens. Also, whoever wants to be a guest, if you guys want to be a guest, let me know. You can expect the same level of interview style and conversation, but we can do it over Discord and whatnot. And yeah, thanks a lot. We'll play you guys out. I don't really have a playing out, but we're not starting soon, so I can just hide this and turn this up. And thanks a lot for coming out, you guys. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.